very first group assignment, remember yang macam proposal tu, that the first step that you did in group to propose your farming games idea, the high concept document or something, yeah. So this one, the GTD's rubric is the same. So you have game concept, you have the player's role, primary gameplay mode, the game mechanics and progression, game design and overall design. So basically, GTD is not something that you have to redo everything all over again. No, um, so you just combine and maybe you improve, you tweak your ideas here and there, and then you combine into one document from the very first group assignment, the high concept document, until the ones that you are going to submit today. Okay, the flow board, GUI, and the core mechanics. And for the individual assignment, um, the character design. So the leader, please play your role and choose the best, and then combine. That's it. Combine, and probably you create linkage sentences from design to design, so that tak adalah nampak, so it doesn't look like you just put everything together and then combine them and submit. So adjust a little bit here and there. Make sure that your GTD is beautiful, easy to read, and everything. Every items in the rubric, okay, has been explained in our lecture. Okay, for example, the game mechanics is the core mechanics, the progression, the primary gameplay mode, game concept, players role, game design, and overall design. Okay, so don't go and redo everything. No, that's not how GTD goes about. Okay, so you just combine whatever you did in group and individually, tidak termasuk, not including the game review. Okay, not including the game review. The game review is something separate. Okay, so starting from the first group assignment, you combine, edit here and there, you know, the sentences and everything, the formatting ke, bagi ada like linkage sentences. Do you know what is linkage sentence? Um, to make sure the flow, the connectivity in the GTD is beautiful. For example, at the end of character design, linking to probably after character design, you submit apa? Combine in order of the submission. Combine in order of the submission lah. Okay, so for example, after the character design, the game world. So at the end of the sentence, you kata lah, the next design displays the design of the game, the game's game world, macam tu. So itu linkage sentence. Tambah-tambah lah benda macam tu, so that your GTD will not look like you just dump everything together. So that's it. That's your rubric. Any question before I move to the next rubric? Any question? Ada soalan tak? Any question before I move to the next rubric? Okay, so sekejap. I pergi next rubric. Yang ni last rubric. Nampak tak? Can you see the game application, the demo and poster? Can you see, or you are still seeing the GTD? Okay, thank you, Shikane. All right, now the rubrics for the game. Game application means that the complete working game, no more prototype. Okay, the game application, the demo, and the poster. Okay, this is the rubric for the game application. Okay, game application means that the ones that you are doing now, the ones that you develop based on the design. Okay, you transfer all the design into the RPG Maker and you develop the game. So this is the rubric. Okay, dia punya rubric dia, the rubrics, if you look, it has similarity to the rubrics of the game design. Okay, why? Of course lah, because game design is closely related to game development. You do not develop what you do not design. Itu you tak buat game yang tidak berdasarkan rekod yang you dah rekod bentuk daripada minggu pertama kedua tu. What you design, that's you develop. So means that the rubric is similar. So layout and design, elegance pula. Masuk France pula, elegance, Originality, have I seen your game before, or have I not? Have I not? Different style of different style in the design, for example, organization and interface design, the navigation, is it confusing or not? How do I navigate in the game world from level to level, something like that. The theme. Are you sticking to the farming team, or tiba-tiba during demonstration it becomes something else? So something else tak ada, kosong. So if it's really purely farming games, the primary gameplay mode is farming game, you dapat 4 or 5 easily. Okay. And then, does the game have goals and rules to achieve? Kalau tak ada, merewang dalam game world, not doing anything, then no marks for you. And feedback, does it give feedback? When you, for example, farming, does it give feedback? When the carrot is ripe to be picked, for example, when should you water the plants, or if there's like some fighting, combined hybrid in the game, fighting the monster, is there any feedback of winning? Is there any feedback of losing? Something like that. And paling penting, most importantly, this one, gameplay. Okay. During the demonstration, I will look whether it's an enjoyable game or not. Gameplay is something like that. Gameplay, is it fun? Is there any errors? The mechanics, closely related to mechanics, something like that. Kena tengok. Okay, itu yang the product, the game. Okay, the game. Bagilah nama. From your high concept document, I see some of the groups don't even have names for the games. Kan, takkanlah you tengok yang PlayStation 4 games, PS5 games, on the box there's name. There's name for each and every game sold in the market. Ni tak bagi nama pun. Honor your hard work for 15 weeks, termasuk tempoh bertenang tu, 15 week, honor lah, bagilah nama. And bagilah apa-apa nama, bincang lah, brainstorm with your leader, create something like, macam Devils May Cry, Bayonetta, Harvest Moon, semua ada nama. You bagilah, give names. If you don't have names before, in the game treatment document, the final documents that you're going to submit, bagilah nama, give names, give significant names, interesting names. Yang ni, this one comes to your presentation. This marks is individual. Okay, for leader, there's a extra mark here. This one I will judge whether the leader plays role or not based on the work, the group work, based on how you organize things during the final presentation, and on everything from since the first day that you form your group. I'm observing. You sudah tak sedar, I'm observing whether you work as a leader or not, then this is your mark. Okay. Okay, and then yang ni, this one, presentation and demonstration is individual. Why? Because later there's an individual contribution. Okay, responsibility of group member, the quality of work, is it sloppy or not? And then cooperation, how do you work in group? Something like that. But this one is individual. Later ni ketua dia tolong dengar, leader, please listen. Later on, please submit to me this. You can WhatsApp to me. Okay, no problem. You can email to me. Personal contribution, each group member, leader, including the leader, put here. Okay, if you have 5, 6, tambah. Add the column, add the row. Okay, the name, metric, the responsibility or the task, and what is the output that he or she did. So you give me this one coupled with your individual demonstration or individual presentation, so you will get an individual mark in the end. Okay, if you don't submit this, then I don't know how to give marks. So nanti you jangan complain dekat pihak UM pula. Okay, I bagi tahu ya awal-awal dekat sini. Okay, this is individual contribution because nanti ada pula dalam AKVAS, ada juga in the past complain lecturers not fair. In group, we did more work. One or two group member did not do work, so but give equal mark. Yang tu pun tak mau juga. So now I'm giving you chance. So leader, you do this. Okay, you do this, you submit to me. Confidential. Okay, you can write anything that you want, any dissatisfaction, any satisfaction. I will not relay the information to your group member. I promise. Okay, I promise. Okay, I promise that. Okay. Okay, that one is Robert. And this is also communication. Communication, this is also individual. So everything will not fall on this leader's head. Clarity in speaking, appropriate body language and eye contact. This one is also individual. I will evaluate during the final presentation and demonstration. If possible, with enough throughput, please switch on your camera. Okay, this one. And then this one is leadership also, autonomy and responsibility. This one goes to leader and also the rest of you. This one is about your presentation lah. About your presentation, whether it goes smooth or not. Tapi janganlah risau, don't worry not. If like somehow technicalities error happen, I'm not going to deduct any marks just because like you have some problems with your camera or not. No, it's like try organize as best as you can. Um, yeah, make your presentation smooth lah. Okay, make your presentation smooth. How are you going to divide during the demo and presentation among your group member? Something like that. This one is like this one is the rubric. Okay, so lastly is your poster. Remember, your poster is A4 infographic poster. It's not cinematic graphic poster macam poster wayang kat Aman Central tu. No, it's not like that. It's an A4 infographic poster. Okay, infographic poster. Alright, so these are the things that you have to include. The topic, the use of the graphic, this is the rubric. Okay, the layout, organization and design, the attractiveness, and the mechanics as well. Okay, the mechanics maksudnya bukan core mechanics. It's not your game core core mechanics in this case, in your poster case means grammatical error, in terms of the English grammatical errors like English usage, something like that. Okay, something yang you letak kat dalam, something that you put in the poster. These are the rubrics. Okay, I will evaluate your poster. Poster is in group. Satu poster cukup. Each group one poster only. One poster only. Okay, A4 infographic poster. Okay, that's it. Any question? Any question? Ada soalan tak? Any question?
Hello sir.
Ya, cakap-cakap.
Ni saya ada question sikit pasal GUI.
Ha, 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 ha.
Kan kalau macam group saya pakai RPG Maker MV.
Ha, ha.
So bila tekan escape tu, is it yang keluar so for example saya ada choice kan macam save apa semua tu kan. Is it include sebagai GUI? Boleh letak dekat dalam tu?
GUI, yang mana yang GUI, all the buttons, all the interface. Mana-mana yang interface you can include. You
Okay,
can
okay.
include.
Okay, okay, okay.
GUI, tidak GUI, flowboard tu you use the format that I gave you on OL.
Yes.
GUI, core mechanics, follow the one in the notes. Kalau tak nak tengok notes, you boleh tengok you can refer to my Webex recording as well. GUI ni something, GUI is not the character, something which is not game world. Yang lain semua GUI.
So for example kan macam kita orang group saya ada 3 mekanik, so which mean farming, fighting dengan trade and sell. So each of the GUI tu for example kalau ada farming kita orang kena tunjuk yang untuk farming, then yang buy dengan sell kena tunjuk. Okay.
GUI.
Alright.
GUI something that ni yang you tengok graphical user interface, the moment that you open your laptop, apa you nampak interface? Interface lah. All the
Okay.
interface, the shell, you can also include the shell menu. Shell menu can as well. Apa ni? So, siapa cakap ni? Kejap, sekejap, Farhan. Ya, Azrul, habiskan. Apa ni?
Tak, yang tu je. Saya nak untuk confirmkan balik.
So,
Yeah.
like, mana dia siapa cakap ni?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, welcome Azrul. Hood is your, yes. Include the hood, include semua yang you belajar dekat dalam all the indicator, if you have like something like mapping, semua tu put in there. But you don't have to put the character, you don't have to put the game world and everything. Basically, GUI has macam ni lah I cakap dekat you. In layman terms, how do you know what to include in your GUI in the document? GUI is something that sits between you as a gamer. You fikir, you bukan gamer, you designer. Sits between your gamer, the one that gonna play your game, and the content. So content is not GUI. So do not include content in the document that you are going to submit today. Okay, it is something that sits between the gamer and the content. Content can be the game world, the character and everything, the guns and everything. But the one that sits in between you, macam for example while you playing game and then kalau in RPG Maker usually we press the escape button, right? When you press the escape button, the one that pop up means that the info of the character, the items, everything, those are the GUI as well. Boleh tak Azrul?
Okay, boleh, sir. Thank you, sir.
Kejap, sebenarnya I nak mencari ni contoh. Kejap, jangan pergi lagi. Kejap, I nak cari contoh poster. Sebelum mesti you nak, nanti mesti ada yang tanya. Kejap I nak tunjuk contoh Li Huzian dengan Jiao Wen. Terus dalam batch berapa? Bukan. Kejap. Saya nak tunjuk poster sebelum you nanti you silap buat pula. Kejap. Saya nak tunjuk yang Li Huzian. Is this one? Sebab I dah tunjuk dekat you yang Zodiac Village tu. So better I tunjuk poster dekat you yang something like. Okay lah, this is not the best, but I'm just, okay, thank you. Welcome Farhan. Yeah. So basically HUD, ataupun I selalu panggil HUD lah. Okay, HUD. Dekat RPG Maker itu yang you design all the game world everything, no, that's not GUI. You ambil kan HCI, you should know what is GUI. The character itu bukan that's not GUI. So in the game, maybe like in the introductions, maybe you have to press buttons or nak bagi giving names to the character. Those are a part of GUI. So is there any interface for you to change weapon, for example, to setting something? Those are a part of GUI. Itu maksudnya. Okay. So before you scan for your attendance and leave this class for your game development, tak tahulah you nak develop game ke, you nak buat apa, but I'm giving you time untuk develop game. Okay. Sebab kita agree dah kan hari tu, nanti you jangan complain cakap I tak ajar apa waktu ni. But Canvas dah nak buka. Mana? This is nampak tak? Can you see? Can you see this example? This is A192. Hopefully you can see this in examples of A4. This is not the best, but to me it's highly acceptable. It's put by Li Huizian, Jia Wen. Tak tahulah siapa lagi, I ingat dia orang je. Dia yang ni dah gerak pun lama dah. So this is an example. So put the logo, the title. Ni kenapa tak keluar? Putih ni tak tahu kenapa tak keluar. Sepatutnya ada ni. Ni macam ni. Zodiac Village. These are the characters. Ni hero dia ni, protagonist, the mouse fighting the apa nama? I tak ingat lah. This is the big boss. Tak big pun. Tak big pun. Tapi dalam game big lah. Yang ni dalam sini tak big sangat sebab maybe dia nak save ruang. These are the Chinese zodiacs animals that the mouse had to save in order to save Chinese zodiac Chinese culture macam tu. So ni. Okay, antara benda lah, you can include something else as well, but these are the things that you can include, like some introductions, the game rules, the game goals, the genre. This batch they did adventure game, okay, adventure folktales game, or mythology game. Development platform they use Unity. Competition mode, one player, only one player. Game level, so dia ada bagi nampak sampai 13 level. Level 1 to level 12, fighting to save the zodiac, the Chinese zodiac animal. Level 13, big boss fight. Girls group buat 13. The game berfungsi. That's why I'm so impressed with that. The game works. 13 level, sangat susah nak buat. Tapi they really work hard. So the license and the target audience and also something like this. Ini you design lah something, do better. And then also see they took effort to put this. They took effort to put this. I didn't ask them, but they took effort to put this. Because why they said that? Because it's a license UM. So we did this. Something. They always gave more, these two girls. Bukan dia orang dua lah. Dia orang ada 4 ke 6 orang dalam kumpulan. But these two really work prominently. Something. This is the examples of poster. Okay, anything else? Any question? Thank you Azurul and Farhan for asking. Yang mana masih sedang buat tu, buatlah. You ada sampai pukul berapa? I think tonight, right? Sempat lagi. Any question? Before you scan your attendance, Priya, any question? Priya, Lipeng, Leong, Chawei, any question? Thank you for the smile. Mana dia? Siapa cakap ni? Can you share? Can. You want Farhan? Alah, this poster is very, you can do better lah Farhan. But you still want, can? Please do better. It's good. It's by Li Huzian and Jia Wen. It's good. Good lah for the generation batch. It's good. But I'll share. I'll put it in your online learning UM, so you can put more. Not necessarily this. Okay, not necessarily, but cantik lah di mata I. Cantik. Why? Because if you look, one of the reasons I like is that the color culture. So the poster reflects the game. So the color, the character, the feeling, the emotions that I have, that I feel when I look at the poster, was the same during the day that they demo the game in class. Lama lah, dekat DKJ 6 ke DKJ berapa dulu. Lama. So the color, they use the same. The color, the, what do you call, the emotion, the feeling that I look at the poster, I feel like it represent the game that the group developed based on the design document. So penting. So if your color is not something like this, then why? So if your game is like Resident Evil, takkan you nak develop you punya. If games like zombie, bloody farming game, you cannot represent your poster like this. If the color culture of your game is like bloody black, orange, red, representing somber darkness, so your poster should be like that as well. So something like that. So you can include game rules, production, game goals, game level, or if you know how to organize better, you can put like the core mechanics, the apa-apa yang, but something that relates to your design document. Something like that. Ni all the character design ni, in their character design specifically, they look like this. So if mouse here look like this, in the design document also look like this. So something like that. So remember, the poster is not just a A4 infographic poster. The poster is supposed to represent, it's like a virtual extension of your game. something like that lah. Okay, I can share, no worries. I put it in the what? In the OL. Okay, I put it in the OL so you can find it there. Okay, if you have no further question, okay, thank you, Priya. I'll share the QR scan and then you can leave. Hoping that you will use the time to develop. I think for now not many question. But near deadline there will be question. Tu lah. Near deadline. Macam ui lah tadi. I tengah drive tadi dia nak minta nota. Nasib baik tak accident. But it's okay. If you have question, just ask. I akan reply lewat cepat je. Mungkin lewat tercepat je. So I'll leave you after QR code. I will leave you to complete your assignments or to proceed with the design, the development or whatnot. Use the time well. Okay, use the time. Kejap. Share. Okay, guys, you can scan the attendance and then you may leave. Thank you for coming. Stay safe. If you have further question, you can ask in group or you can PM me. All right, so thank you very much. Assalamualaikum. Stay safe. Use your time well. Thank you, Shikin.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Azrul. Thank you, Hyuan. Thank you, Farhan. Use your time well. Finish up your assignment. Don't forget to submit. All right, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Thank you, Li Fei.